Hey, did you know Gerald just called you out on the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast?
Did you say Harold's calling?
No, Gerald is calling you out.
Why would Harold be calling me out? We took pictures together. He sent me Harold bucks.
No, Gerald is calling you out.
No, I'm pretty sure that was just a misspelling on Ryan's part. It was pretty innocent.
I don't know. There were different puppets on the broadcast.
Pretty sure that Dave is behind this. I'll get to the bottom of it.
You're watching DCTV. Now here's your host, the voice, Dave Canning. It's you, it's me, it's DCTV. It's you, it's me, it's DCTV. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is the Wrestling NRD Broadcast with a more subdued opening compared to what we usually bring you. We've had some news this past week that has shocked the wrestling world. It has gone. It's the biggest story in wrestling right now, and that is that the Wrestling NRD Broadcast and one of our founding fathers, the founding father, Nick Carpenter, we are not. His contract is not being renewed. We weren't able to come to an agreement. Nick was just asking for such a substantial amount of fruit snacks in his dressing room for the shows, and we weren't able to meet at a middle ground there. So it is with a sad heart that we do say that we're not renewing Nick's contract. Unfortunately, so it will be us three carrying on the mantle going forward. But we do wish Nick all the best of luck when he joins the rival podcast Shooting Shit with DDJ. So we do wish him the best of luck, and we look forward to seeing what the future has. And we now return you to your normally scheduled Wrestling NRD Broadcast.
Yes, it is you, it is me, it is NRD. Wait. It is no longer NRD, it is G, Gerald, R, Brian, D, Dave, and our lucky guest, the winner of the Wrestling NRD Broadcast, Royal Rumble, the king of the mullet, the king of the beard, Jared.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, we are thrilled to have you because Jared, of course, did win the Wrestling NRD Royal Rumble, entered at number 30 amongst the nerds and the patrons, and all of our surprise guests like Spaceman George, Dylan Shivers, and of course PWT's very own Ryan Barkin, and of course Gerald was in that very Rumble as well. But of course Freddie Fletcher won the Women's Royal Rumble, won himself some nerd merch. Jared won nerd merch and the opportunity to say that he lost to me at WrestleMania. Can't wait.
Nope.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna make sure that we schedule it so you can't participate. I'm gonna start throwing curveballs into the road.
Because you're afraid he's the chosen one.
I'm not afraid. And listen, like Mr. Potato Head, let me put on my serious eyes for a second, okay? So listen, pal, I'm not afraid of any man, mullet, or puppet, okay? Like, I know we can't really talk about Nick right now because, he was so scared of me and Gerald, the royal family, thought that he was slick. Nah, get out of here with that nonsense, son. But yes.
No, Jared, I'm ready to follow you. Got my shorty shorts on. I'm ready.
I'm wearing shorts too.
No, the thighs. Everything is so pasty
there
and
we
wide.
go. We're ready. Are you ready for this? Shorts Mania?
It's like looking at a bottle of Elmer's glue. Good Lord. You guys got hoofs there to go with that horse paste? Oof.
Wow.
Maybe.
That's right. I went there. But yes, we are.
King Dave, you know what? They used to say, there was a theme song that said, wrestling has more than one royal family. But you know what? That is no longer true. At this point, wrestling has one royal family. It is King Dave and me, Gerald Z. Poupe. We are going to win everything. We win WrestleMania.
We are the Roman Reigns of nerds, folks. You better acknowledge us because we're not going anywhere. And I don't
You
care.
hear that, Lemonhead? You acknowledge us like you acknowledge Roman Reigns. You love the Roman.
One day, Double J will get a Dave See the Voice action figure that he can, strap a bottle rocket to or whatever he wants to. I don't care. But so yes, we are here. We are here with longtime supporter of the show and a patron of ours as well, Jared. So Jared, let's go back. Let's go back a ways. So first of all, because we haven't asked this question forever, and I used to say like, oh, we're gonna ask this on the beginning of every show. Jared, what makes you a wrestling nerd, and why is it sitting behind you on your beer cooler?
I don't know. As a kid, like I'm pretty sure that everybody watches wrestling, but I got out of it for a while. And then my cousin was telling me about this pay-per-view that was coming up. And I was like, all right, cool. And like he was telling me that it was gonna be like huge. It was gonna change wrestling and everything like that. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then him and his friend were gonna go. And the day before, his friend texted me and said, "Hey, I can't go. Your cousin has my ticket. You want to go ahead and go?" And I was like, "What's tomorrow?" And he's like, "That wrestling pay-per-view." I'm like, "All right, yeah, I'll go." So I went up to Chicago, and me and my cousin watched All In together. And that was the first ever show that I went to. And then after that, I've traveled everywhere. I went to Double or Nothing, the first ever show in DC. In 2019, I was in the Phoenix for the Royal Rumble. That was really cool.
I honestly thought you were about to say like, yeah, it was this show that changed the world. It was a big wrestling pay-per-view, and it was WrestleMania 12, in which Shawn Michaels rightfully defeated Bret Hart in an Iron Man overtime classic.
Hey, I have to quill, if you will, sign my petition. Just let me know. Let me know.
Ryan, just some good rhyming, but no one uses quills anymore.
The quill. There's a T-shirt design for us, Ryan. The quill to win.
For the win.
And the L
Somebody
is written
gets
in
an
quills.
artiste.
Well, I don't know who we can contact because some artists take like 2 months to get back to you on that. But hey.
I do know some very famous French artists if you need. They are very expensive, Ryan.
Will they paint us like your French girls?
Yes, paint us like the French women. Like it's the Titanic. A little exposure never hurt anybody.
Read the nipple.
Not me. I can't get much.
Oh,
sun.
my.
Not too much exposure.
I could not see. It's so bright. Good thing I don't need glasses.
I know. Unlike your brother. How is Harold, by the way? We haven't seen him in a little while.
I don't know. I have not seen Harold. I think he is so scared that I am Gerald the Poupée, his brother, coming for the win with King Dave.
Maybe Harold jumped ship to shoot and ship with DDJ, just like Nick did. It's possible.
I think Harold and Nick are best friends now, so maybe they are coming up with a scheme, a plan. But I know better. I went to college. I have a master's degree.
I went to college too. Took me a long time to get through community college, but I got it done. That's what matters for most kids.
I got my master's degree in 3 months. They said, Gerald, you're so smart. Get out of here.
I got it.
I think they just wanted you out, bud.
Yeah, the second half makes a lot of sense.
Listen, I'm a doctor, okay? I went to the School of Hard Knocks. I've got my degree in thugonomics. So let's just calm down there, boys. But yeah, so Jared, as you saw last week on the broadcast, Gerald had the wherewithal to call you out. And so we had to bring you on the broadcast this week. So do you have anything to say to Gerald on the Tom Says Highway to WrestleMania?
The audacity.
The audacity. Yes, the audacity to say your name and to make you famous because you think you have a chance at this beautiful crown. This is gold diamond. Wait a second. Wait. No. What is he doing here? What the? No, there's no way.
I don't see anything. Oh no!
Oh my. Who the heck invited this clown to the broadcast?
It's the intergalactic man. No, 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 no.
Greetings, Earthlings. It is I, George, of space.
Listen, George, okay, we already know that Nick decided to jump ship to shoot and shit with DDJ because we wouldn't offer him enough fruit snacks in his dressing room and is being a total diva about all of this, okay? So, like, I don't know what makes you think that you have the right after losing the Royal Rumble. We're talking to a one-time Royal Rumble winner right here. And I, a four-time King of the Nerds, am speaking as well. Just saying. But yes, so, I mean, whew, I can't believe it. Spaceman George is here, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't see a lot of numbers now. We got Jared, George, me. We got the numbers now.
I'm good to go, baby. Okay. I have shown that I'm good in Rumbles. I'm good in ladder matches. I'm just not good at Impact pay-per-views. Okay. That's all. WWE
I am
pay-per-views.
very good at having a Z mustache, and no one can mess with the mustache. I know, Jared, you have a very nice beard. It's like 18 inches long or something. But my mustache is so fancy. Spaceman George, you hide your face. We don't even know what the face looks like of you.
One day we'll rip the mask off. One day.
Unmasking, we'll have a fur versus mask match.
But you know what? I would like to reiterate this fact, folks, because I said this last week and I will say it again. There's a lot of people out there, specifically our patrons, that don't want me to be the king. They're not enjoying life right now because I, along with Gerald, represent the royal family and they want me out. There is an easy way to get this crown off my head. And if we hit 1,000 subscribers before WrestleMania, I will vacate the crown and I will forfeit my opportunity at WrestleMania to defend it. That's right. I will forfeit the crown and I will not compete for the crown at WrestleMania. 1,000 subscribers and it's done. We will have a new king. How do you like that, folks? So the ball is in your court. You could have mint and package Crown Boy over there. You could have Mr. Mullet be your king. You could have Harold the Puppet be your king. Or maybe big time curveball when we're coming out of Saudi Arabia. You could have the best in the world, Shane McMahon, be the king of the nerds for all I care. 1,000 subscribers, I give this up. Okay? It's that simple. Now, Jared is a founding member of our patron group. Oh, geez. Oh, God. In a galaxy far, far away, Shane McMahon is the best in the universe now, George. Wow.
No, not again with the propaganda.
Propaganda is out of control here. I can't believe it.
Oh, geez, I'm going to need to go and have a charcuterie board because I'm so sad because you're so mean.
I will join
I'll
you
drink
with
to that.
I typically have a glass of wine when I'm associating with Gerald. But, you know, for the evening, because I know Jared is such an avid beer drinker, I decided to go with a beer night. Sierra Nevada, ladies and gentlemen. But speaking of beer, there's rumor that Stone Cold Steve Austin is coming back to wrestle at WrestleMania. Is anybody else?
What?
Have you not heard of this, Gerald?
What?
Have you not heard of this, Gerald?
What?
Have you not heard of this, Gerald?
What?
I said, like, Stone Cold could be fighting at WrestleMania.
What?
He could be fighting Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
What?
In Dallas, Texas.
What?
I will wring your neck, Gerald.
Yeah.
But, so, yes. So Stone Cold Steve Austin could be coming out of retirement to face potentially Kevin Owens. And then I heard a rumor of Bill Goldberg, and I almost spit out my my Sam Adams. You know, and I'm like, so is anybody else? By the way, Jared, how old are you? That's a great question.
I'm 30.
Oh, wow. Okay. Not the youngest person on the show anymore. But yeah, so we're all in the same age bracket. And like Stone Cold went out at WrestleMania 19 on his back to the Rock. And it's like, it was well done. And I'm like, and then he's got those neck issues. And that just worries me at the same time. So like, what does anybody else think about Stone Cold potentially coming back for a Mania match, even if you put him in the ring with a safe worker like a Kevin Owens, who could potentially put up some smoke and mirrors to make him look good. Jared, we'll start with you since you're our guest this week.
I don't know. Like everything that I've heard is he won't come back unless he makes like his family wealthy, like his kids and stuff like that. So I don't know. Like I just don't see him coming back.
I feel like with all of his merch sales that he gets through Pro Wrestling Tees and WWE, like he's making hand over fist. Like they had that pop-up shop at in LA during the Super Bowl, and it said like you get like LA 316 in Rams colors or Cincinnati 316 in Bengals colors. Like every WWE show I've been to, they have your state or city, and it says 316 on it. Every city now, but
That in Suplex City.
yeah. But Brian, how about you? You know,
I heard about it in the patron group from all his good friends. I don't trust the dirt sheets, just trust you guys. But I mean, would they dare go cinematic to even cover things more? That'd be strange. Backlot Brawl come out, towards the end, hit a stunner. I don't know.
yeah, like I
I
know
don't
he's.
like when Kevin Owens took it though. Personally, I don't like him taking the stunner. So I like to see from revenge.
Yeah, like, and apparently I missed Raw this week because again my DVR got messed up with the Olympics and whatnot. But so apparently, like, he's been cutting promos like not mocking Texas or whatnot. We all know the man who bleeds Texas harder than Nolan Ryan is Stone Cold Steve Austin. So
and Oscar Perez.
that's true. That's true.
Yes, I think Oscar is my friend.
Yeah, see, Oscar is a big Gerald supporter.
Very nice friend. Very nice.
He's a Gerald supporter. He's a Buccaneers fan. Oscar is good people. So let's give it up for Oscar right there.
Yes. Oscar.
George, your thoughts? I believe you fought Steve Austin back at the Sportatorium in '92.
Yes, in 1992 at Sportatorium. I was like, commit me, bro. Give me some space.
Do you think Austin should do you think Austin should give this match potential space and not go anywhere? Do you want to see Austin at WrestleMania?
Well, back when he was stunning Steve Austin and I was just stunning space of Man George, we were a tag team called the Outer Space Blondes.
Wow.
Yes, true story.
I think I've heard about this.
Yes, but Austin. I mean, I don't know about Stone Cold coming back. I feel like they had a promise when it was with Kevin Owens, but now with Goldberg, I feel like they're ruining it.
Yeah, no.
Nobody wants to see Austin versus Goldberg.
Yeah, like I remember I went to the Raw 25th anniversary show with the Magnificent Margaret, and Stone Cold came out to start the show, and I'm trying to think, that was 40 years ago, maybe, about close to. It's got to be, right? Yeah, because Raw started in 90. I think Raw started in 92, 93 ish. So yeah, it was probably close to 4 or 5 years ago with that show. And like, it takes you back. You're a kid. You hear that glass shot, and you just see him walking out, not giving an F for a day, But like I said, it's one of those. He went out in such a good way at WrestleMania 19. He's been gone for what is that now going to be? 18 years, close to.
Math is hard.
I forget what. I hate that they've stopped naming Manias because I can't I don't know what Mania we're at. Are we at Mania 38 now? I think this is Mania 38 coming up. But yeah, so yeah, that's close to 20 years. He went out perfectly there. He's been a legend that has been used well since retiring. Like, he just comes out, plays the hits, flips you off, drinks a beer, hits a stunner, leaves. But yeah, I don't know if I want to see him work a match. That's just me.
There's only one person that Austin can fight at WrestleMania that will make all the monies. and that is there's only one royal family in wrestling.
Me and
You know
me
who
and
that
Gerald.
is?
Me and
That is
Gerald.
us. That is us.
Here comes the money. Shane McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, 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 no.
I saw that match in 1999, and as an 11-year-old, I thought it sucked. I would be afraid to see that at 33. So, just saying.
So you haven't had taste your entire life.
I have, because my mom cooks for me a lot. Okay, so thank you. Yeah, I'll drink
She's
to
a very
that.
lovely cook. She made me some French onion soup the other day, and she mailed it to me.
Gerald knows what's up. Yeah, that's right. My mom knows how to mail soup. She's that good, ladies and gentlemen.
It was
It's
in a
good taste.
container.
Good taste in merch and T-shirts. I know that. I don't.
That is right, because my mom has bought nerd merch, and you can get your Wrestling Nerd Broadcast merchandise, ProWrestlingTees.com/the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. We have hats, we have snapbacks, flex fits, beanies, sweatshirts, zip-ups, T-shirts, red, gray, yellow, blue, black, white. We got it all. ProWrestlingTees.com/the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Somebody else's Pro Wrestling Tees store, which is still up as of recording, which may not be up for long, though, is Cody. Cody Rhodes. Can we say Rhodes? I don't know. Cody, the former EVP of AEW, founding father of AEW, the Nick Carpenter of AEW, essentially, not renewing his contract. They couldn't come to terms. Money apparently is the big thing here, which I'm actually surprised at. I figured, I don't know, how off they are, but it's got to be a substantial amount. I feel like Cody's got his money. He just wants his creative freedom. And I think that's secretly what it is. But yeah, so I know there's a rumor going around that this is all the work. He's going to return to AEW. Gerald, is your hand raised, or are you just agreeing in such excitement?
It is so exciting to me to think that the Cody Rhodes will come back, and he'll be very, very bad guy. And he will bring in new people, and he will challenge for the title, and he will win against the Hangman Adam Page. He will take the belt off of the Hangman, the Cowboy.
He's not going to have a mustache and be evil like you, Gerald.
Yes, Cody. I think one time he did have a mustache. It was a very nice one. He looked so sexy.
It's when he teamed with Damian Sandow. They were
I don't know who that is.
The Rhodes Scholars.
I just like to say that if this is a work, it will be quite a ride. If it is not a work, I think Cody going to the WWE for Vincent McMahon will be a very fun thing. He'll get pushed, win a belt, a championship, and then that's it. We won't see him after 6 months.
Yeah, that's my feeling. I'm not super excited. I'm just trying to find the photo that was sent in our Patreon earlier. Oh wow, this all happened during Dynamite. I missed a lot.
David, I'm not even in the Patreon chat.
You should be, Gerald. You should be. And you know how you get into the Patreon chat?
With my money.
Well, I mean, Gerald, you can always. Gerald, I will gladly get you in for free.
I have so much money. It's okay.
Oh yes, it was before he actually jumped ship. Nick shared this photo in our Patreon. It's Cody breaking the Triple H throne with crazy glue. He's trying to put it all back together. But yeah, it's one of those. He almost seemed to go out of his way to bash WWE and to be like, no, this is, we're taking over. And then to go back, just dude, you literally spent all this time bashing this company, and you're gonna go back. If it's a money thing, I don't see it being that.
Or was he just trying to get their attention?
I mean, maybe in a way, and so from what I've heard, Bryan Danielson and CM Punk coming in kind of eliminated the need for Cody in a way, if that makes sense. Cody was the big former WWE guy in the company, and then they brought in Bryan Danielson, and CM Punk were leaps and bounds bigger than him when they were in WWE. So, and now they come to AEW, but Yes, Gerald, your hand is raised.
I must break the character for 1 minute. Jared, I think I agree with you. I think he was just getting the attention of the WWE. I never thought of that.
No, yeah, that does be. That does make complete sense. It almost just seems like it's one of those, like, he tried almost too hard. He's like, yeah, oh man, I almost put the company I wanted to go back to out of business. Like, whoops. But yeah, I mean, I definitely, I think he's going back to WWE. Somebody shared a story before where it's a work and he comes back into AEW with a group of free agents and whatnot. But then I read that article and it said, like, oh, Dave Meltzer's in on the act. I'm like, Dave Meltzer is not going to risk his journalistic integrity, even if it's professional wrestling, to be a part of a storyline, because then going forward, anything he reports, oh, is Dave part of this storyline? Is he just helping to feed it? You know, so it's big. And do you guys, like, Ryan, what do you think about? Because you were there at Double or Nothing for that amazing Cody Dustin match, which is one of my favorite matches of all time. The storytelling. What do you think?
I never trust my thoughts. You've seen me at the pay-per-view picks. I don't know what's happening in wrestling, real or kayfabe. But the crazy thing is, I mean, I'm sure so many outlets are talking about it. We were talking about it a lot in the group. My wife texted me, did Cody and Brandy leave? I was like, who stole my wife's phone? You're talking about wrestling. I had my buddy Steve text me. He doesn't watch wrestling. He's like, Cody left AEW. Just, you know, it's a ton of buzz. So it's pretty exciting regardless.
Yeah, definitely. This is you know, and like we said, in this war between AEW and WWE, it's been one-sided of people going to AEW. You know, you've got your Bryan Danielsons, you got your Adam Coles, your CM Punks, Keith Lees, all coming over. But everyone has been under contract for the last 3 years that AEW originally signed. And now those contracts are up, as we've seen. And now it's time for some people to start trickling the other way in the traffic pattern, you know. And I don't see, you know, it's the equivalent of, you know, this is a big, you know, it's not like AEW, you know, and I'll use Joey Janela as an example that I've constantly used here. And it's no disrespect to Joey Janela. He's a great worker and whatnot, you know, just not a main event guy and just kind of got lost in the shuffle in AEW. But you know, it's not like they're going to, you know, sign up Janela because he was with AEW. Cody is on a completely different level. And it's the same thing of, you know, AEW has the chance to sign Adam Cole. Why wouldn't you? He's a phenomenal talent. He's got the great character and can be a top guy. Same thing with Keith Lee, you know, but then they go, you know, WWE releases, I don't know, Aiden English. You're not going to make all the struggles in the world to fill out your mid card when you've got too much of a bloated roster already, if that makes sense, you know. But Gerald, any other opinions you got there?
So many opinions. I think what will happen to Cody Rhodes is his TV shows, his Roads to the Top, his Go Big show. What will happen? Can he still do those shows?
So first of all, Roads to the Top, I watched 2 episodes. Terrible. Wouldn't be upset.
Terrible show. Terrible
show. I would much rather watch a reality show of Nick Carpenter and his wife Linda every day. But then with the Go Big show, I think they should have MJF replace Cody and just tear these people apart. Like, oh, you did a flip in the air while on fire? So, you know, let's get
do it through a table.
Friend of mine.
Exactly. The Simon Cowell of the Go Big show, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, everyone. I give it a 6.
So wasn't Road to the Top like 2 episodes in and they renewed and they said that they were going to have a second season?
Did they? I remember like they showed, what was it? Yeah, because I remember like when the first couple episodes aired, they aired after Dynamite or after Rampage. I can't
either one.
It was one of the two, and they were like, "Oh, yeah," because it's whenever Sammy Guevara beat Miro for the title, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna hear from Sammy Guevara next," you know. But you know, during the first commercial break of Roads to the Top, and I'm just sitting there watching, I was like, "This is terrible." No one, like, I love Cody. He's an inspiration to me. He really is. But I'm like, dear God, this is awful to watch. Like, ugh. Again, would much rather watch a show about that former colleague of ours, Nick Carpenter. Just saying.
No. I do not want to watch Nick Carpenter. He's very mean to me.
He is for no reason at all either.
Come on.
You
He's a
know, I
nice
don't
guy.
get it. Spaceman
showed me
George, he is your friend. I don't know why you and the Nick Carpenter and the Linda and the baby always pick on me, Spaceman George. Why is that?
Harold, why do you have a mustache?
Why do I have a mustache? Because
Why?
I'm fancy.
Why are you hiding a mustache, Spaceman George?
I've never met Gerald.
Nickel.
I don't know who this Gerald is.
Yeah, nickel. It's nickel based. It's a nickel
It's
based
me,
print on the hat.
Gerald. You have me in your background. You say no, Gerald.
Gerald,
Maybe-
Nick sent me the screenshots. And how is Owen going to pick on you? How's Owen pick on you? A little kid who can't talk.
They're the
He
same
makes a poo-poo on
size.
Gerald pictures.
I thought you're a poo pet.
I'm not poupette. I am a poupette.
Oh,
Yeah, seriously, Ryan, it's poupette, not poupette. Like, get it right.
Jeez Louise.
Like,
All right.
Ryan, have you
I
never
took
taken a
Spanish.
foreign language course before?
I took Spanish, and that's where I won this belt.
Yeah, he's not Spanish. He's European.
I'm from
God.
Europe, all over. I'm from
Like-
France and Germany, and I'm from Austria.
He's
I spent a
better than
little time in the
Walter.
Swiss Alps.
I get it. You've been around the world, and I can't stand you. I get it.
Whoa,
That's what-
no, Ryan.
That's why you're sitting down, right?
Exactly.
Is it
How
you
about-
left your office from last week because everything was happening? You are making a poo-poo in the party, pretending like you had indoor plumbing.
You
What's
make
the
me want
furthest
to
country
drive.
away that you've been to?
What is that, Jared?
What's the furthest country away that you've been to?
From where you are in America, where I am right now, I
Yeah.
would say I've been to the Swiss Alps. That's where I hung out with my friend Justin Bieber. We went skiing and we picked up chicks, baby.
You can just like stay there.
They're very nice chocolate and pretty women.
They have Swiss Miss.
Pluto.
Yes, Swiss me is hot cocoa. Very good. Today's episode of the Wrestling NRD Broadcast is brought to you by Swiss Miss Hot Cocoa Mix. It is very good on a nice cold day. Go skiing, drink some Swiss Miss. And now back to your regular scheduled programming.
Oh man, Jared, you ever put any hard liquor in a hot chocolate?
I actually don't like hot chocolate.
Whoa,
And
Jerry,
this is the
let's
guy
have
we think is
fun.
gonna beat me at WrestleMania. It's 2 nights of Mania outside. It's gonna be cold.
You need the hot chocolate with the marshmallows.
Warm up
Right.
with some nice old smoky moonshine.
What are you drinking? Blue Gatorade there? Come on, get out of here with that nonsense.
Windex. I thought that
Sour
was Windex.
blue raspberry moonshine.
It looks like Scope.
It sounds very delicious, though.
It is delicious.
I love that it's got a little baby bottle nipple on it, so you can just sip on it all day.
Yeah.
There we go, everyone. We're all getting liquored up now. But yeah, so Cody Rhodes potentially going to WWE is the story of the week. We've got Nick Carpenter leaving the broadcast to go to shooting shit. We got
Nick
That's-
actually just texted me and said that what if Cody and Shane McMahon make their own company?
Oh.
Or maybe they are in cahoots with Ring of Honor.
could you imagine?
What would they call the promotion? The COW Wrestling, Children of Wealth.
No, they just like it would make sense a little bit because Ring of Honor owns All In. So
do.
if Cody owns All In pretty much, then
Then he can go back to AEW with the footage.
yeah,
That's what it's all about.
Then the Forbidden Door is just that. It is a screen door now because they will work together.
It's a sliding door.
It keeps out the bugs, but lessens the people.
Speaking of buying companies, and I think of the WCW, WWE thing. The best tweet of the Super Bowl last Sunday goes to friend of the show, Ian Riccaboni, when The Rock came out and cut that promo before the game started. And he goes, by God, what's the owner of the XFL doing in the NFL zone?
That was hilarious.
I thought that was good. That popped me big time. Fantastic. So shout out to Ian Riccaboni on Twitter. So yeah, and then in some brawler related news, he came, baby, big time. Still going on right now. If you're watching this when it comes out on Tuesday, that Adam Cole.
Hey,
Baby!
There we
Where's
go,
Owen?
Gerald.
If we had Owen here,
It's too bad. You can
He's
check him
probably
out.
too busy spitting up in his shirt.
Poop and stuff.
I thought there was gonna be cue cards.
Do you want me to put up cue cards? Do I have a pen over here? Hold
Yeah,
on.
it's
we
not
Why
got-
don't you use Ryan's old school? He's
we
quill.
yeah,
Yes.
we use cue cards when King Dave censors us and mutes us. That's when we use cue cards.
That is true.
Don't you dare, Ryan. Don't you dare there, Snuffles.
You wanna know what street I lived on in my first job?
No, I don't. So, as I was saying, we got a brand new Adam Cole.
Baby!
There we go. That's better. Micro Brawler pre-order going on right now. No chases available, so nobody has to get all upset because they didn't get a chase. The first 100 orders do not get one there. Excalibur, looking at you. But yes, are we excited about the Adam Cole Brawler? Has everyone bought theirs yet? Gerald, you are shaking with excitement.
Yes. I went on the Pro Wrestling Tees website at 12:59, and he said, "Oh no, we'll be right back. We're doing maintenance." I got very worried, and then boom, baby, Adam Cole was there. I think I got the first 100. I get all the chases.
That don't even exist.
Yes, Ryan Buckin, he text messages me. He says, "Gerald, the poopy, thank you for not going to water maneuver. And you get all the chases for your money."
All the Herald bucks that she gave him.
I do not have Harold Bucks. Those are worthless. Puh.
Gerald
I mean-
Franks.
There is some in the pro wrestling tees.
So what you're saying is that Gerald needs to create his own currency and send it there.
I told you last week, David, I have Gerald Gold. I sent gold bars
That's
with my
right.
face on it.
I didn't
This
see
is-
any of those.
This is a Gerald bar right here. Can't you see? It's nice. It's big, thick, and gold. Don't ask me,
200
Peter.
pounds of gold.
It's very heavy. I'm just that strong that I just went like whoop.
A mighty king, a mighty king.
This crown is actually made of Gerald Gold. How do you
Yes,
think
yes. I had my people make it for the king.
Custom crown, baby? Custom
I
crown.
don't
Is that why it's not very thick?
Yeah.
Oh, it's thick.
Is mine
It's
made of
thick
Gerald
in all the
Gold?
right spots. What's that?
Is mine made of Gerald Gold also?
No, yours was bought off of Amazon.
Amazon, that's a bad company.
Not
Damn
even
it.
Prime. Not even Prime shipping.
Jeff Bezos, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
The bad guy?
He's
Hey,
no
real
Razor
quick.
Ramon. Razor Ramon was a good guy.
That's
I
right.
know we all live in different states. Speaking of bad guys, people test this out. Maybe I'm crazy. It's only in California. Maybe it's only my house. When you turn on your water at a certain slow level, I hear the entrance to Razor Ramon's, the little flutter. You know what I mean?
No, I think you just live on a dangerous street where people are skidding all the time.
No, it's a. I'm telling you, try it. It's. I love it. I love doing dishes.
I actually only drink beer, so
If you pour the tap just slow enough, you can hear.
Yeah, no,
no.
just
Actually,
look at
I'm
the-
really mad because
Gerald's
I
here.
just
Yeah,
blew
go on.
both of these taps.
what is on tap, by the way, today?
Nothing. I
That's
just blew both
disappointing.
of the taps, but
You got
this
AEW
one-
on tap.
this one was a blonde stout, and then this one is a caramel apple.
Do you drink
cider.
anything other than like stouts and porters?
Yeah.
Like Bud Light.
I actually brew my own beer. Like these are the ones that I made. It just has a different brewery tap handle because
False advertising.
No, they actually helped me out a lot. It's a brewery that's 3 blocks away from my house, and like anytime that I'm brewing and I have a problem or something like that, I can just text him and be like, "Hey, this is what's going on." And he just, "Oh yeah, you just do this." And
Hey,
like,
I'm
"Okay,
not
whatever."
drunk. I think this beer's defective.
Jared, what is the name of the brewery, if you don't mind saying?
It's actually Crasian
There we go.
Brewing Company.
Today's episode of the Wrestling NRD Broadcast brought to you by Crasian Brewing Company. Sponsor us and give us free booze.
So I got my kegerator done and I was putting the first tap in. Well, like I ordered it. They are allowed to distribute, so they actually brought it to my house, and the owner of Crasian put the keg in there for me, tapped it and everything, and then he actually gave me this tap handle. So
nice.
Yeah.
And of course, you are the current reigning, defending AEW heavyweight champion, as we can see in the belt behind you. That's right, folks. We filmed this episode. We filmed this show after Dynamite, and in the parking lot, in Jared's backyard, Jared actually beat Hangman Page and is the new world heavyweight champion. So, breaking news there. So, Jared versus Adam Cole Revolution. Get your tickets now. And then at WrestleMania, I will take the AEW championship from Jared. Can't wait.
As long as it doesn't get stolen in a Longhorn parking lot.
Classic. I look at you as more of a Golden Corral man, if I do say so. Just saying. But yeah,
no, I like my stuff boldly seasoned. So
you
gotta
thinking
go to Longhorn.
Popeyes all the way.
No. If you're going to eat the steak, you've got to go to the right place. None of these cheap chain restaurants. I only get steak from the fancy man with the fancy salt and the nice sunglasses in the side. And he goes, salt. Down his elbow, I see the salt bay. He comes to my house every Friday.
Wait, you know what I just realized? It's coming up in a few months. We're going to get to see Jared buy ears of corn out of some dude's trunk. Can't wait.
No, it was an El Camino.
What's that?
It was an El Camino.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, getting corn out of an El Camino. That sounds like an indie song waiting to happen.
My Black Keys plug.
Can't wait for that. But yeah, so we've talked about all of our news. We talked about Adam Cole brawlers. We talked about Cody. We talked about Nick's defection. We talked about Gerald's great mustache. Yeah. So do we have any other news we need to cover? Anything at all?
I have a question.
I have an answer. You go first, unless the question's not directed towards me.
So you did the whole brawler rankings, right?
Yes, we did.
There is something that's brawler related that you've never brought up.
Uh-oh. What did that founding Benedict Tom?
The Young Bucks, the Bobbleheads.
They are the only bobble brawlers that I'm aware of that were ever made, correct?
Yeah.
Because that was like $75, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I think that would fall. So it's not a micro brawler; it's a bobble brawler,
right? But it's still brawler.
But it's not a micro brawler.
Just
you said that
rules,
the sheepies and stuff don't
Jared,
count.
if you'd like to read the fine print right there at the very top, if I can get that micro brawlers all-time ranking, and that is why I am the king and I hold all the paperwork, and we can even see that somehow Jared won the. Yeah, there we go. Jared won the Royal Rumble right there, folks.
Wait, one sec. That is a good point, Jared. I'm a micro brawler scholar. My master's is in micro brawlers, but I'm getting my understudies in the brawler balls. I count them as part of the brawler family. I honestly spaced that. And didn't they show Marty Skrull? Maybe it was just a prototype. I know it wasn't sold. Do you guys recall seeing that? Or it was announced? I think there was a picture and it got pulled.
They were talking about making more, but I think because these didn't go over so well, that they kind of got scrapped.
Yes. I mean, they're good looking bobbleheads, but $75. I like that thing. Like I always I have a couple of bobbleheads that I've gotten it's like giveaways at sporting events and whatnot. But like bobbleheads, like on their own, are really expensive, and I'm like, I can't micro brawlers are not that expensive, and they're easier to store. Whereas like bobbleheads, you got to be careful with those. But
I don't know. These have never been out of their package, so I don't know like what they actually look like.
That's another thing I'm always afraid of. Like when I've gotten like bobbleheads at sporting events, like I'm afraid to open it up and be like, oh great, I waited online outside the stadium for an hour and it's broken. But one of my favorite
those even existed. Now I'm very sad because I would like them. I like the Young Bucks with that super kick.
Make him an offer for your for some gold.
No, I do not do business with Jared.
Ooh.
You're lost.
I will call my friends Nick and Matt Jackson. Then myself, I'll get on this cell phone and say, hey, Young Bucks, send me these. They will say, okay, Jared.
Oh, they'll make it happen.
I think both of you guys will do business with Jared soon. You're both going to take the pin at WrestleMania. We're going to do the finger poke of doom. I'll take the fall for Jared and follow him.
Listen, pal, the only job that I have is not this show. Okay, I have another job, but I am not jobbing or squadding to anybody. Okay, Jared, you may want to wear sunglasses. Like George already has the right attitude. He's got sunglasses on because he's going to be looking right up at the lights at WrestleMania, pal. Oh, look. Hey, everyone, it's Joey Janela, a.k.a. another failed wrestling career.
Whoa.
Done, baby, done. No one's coming at the king. But you know what we do need to come up with an idea for? A top 3 Tuesday. And Jared, since you are our guest, you get to pick the top 3 Tuesday. We didn't even tell you to do this ahead of time. So literally making it up on the spot, unless you've been thinking about this for a while.
You know what else has 3? 3 times of you losing that crown.
Oh.
And the number 3 of the ref hitting that mat, me becoming the king.
Wait.
No.
So you're saying that you're going to beat me by 3 points at WrestleMania?
No. Ref's going to count to 3. I'm going to be the king.
It's going to be a party at WrestleMania.
I can see it.
It's always a party with the mullet around.
It's going to be a super kick party, pal. But Jared, so yeah, you get to pick our top 3 Tuesday this week. So what would you like to go with?
Top 3 wrestlers that have had a mullet.
So anybody from the 80s and 90s, gotcha.
I mean, there's still people with mullets.
Brian Pilman Jr.
Even on Dynamite.
That's true. Yeah. But Jared, would you like to go first or would you like to go last?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So me and Dougie were actually talking about this today. Not exactly, but I guess there's a new Sandman figure that's coming out.
Oh.
He's got American flag pants and a mullet.
Ooh, solid choice. Solid choice. Who else you got?
What'd you say, Ryan?
Well, is that the old school looking figure? It's not like a elite, right? It's the. I think I saw it. I mean, it's kind of, they use the old Jax molds, right? I think.
I don't know. That's not coming through.
Oh, is that? Oh, it's a figure, not a brawler.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's
cool. I know what you're talking about now.
Nice.
So there's one. Eddie Guerrero, whenever he had a mullet.
Nice, solid.
And then one of my favorites, Brian Pilman Jr.
Yes.
I've met him several times, and he's such a good guy.
He's so friendly. He really is.
Question.
Like he was.
No, what's that, right? No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, the first time we ever met him, he was like, yeah, it's $10 for a photo. We'll take as many as you want. And so, like, he's, like, doing a photo shoot practically with my sister Kathleen. There's, like, 2 pictures of me and Margaret with Brian Pilman Jr., and then there's, like, 50 of Kathleen and Brian Pilman Jr.
That's awesome.
Yes.
No, I was just wondering if he had nice shoes on. When I saw him, I think I may have briefly spoken with him, but I noticed he had some Young Bucks level sneakers. Was that always the case, Jared? Is he a snazzy guy?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know that he wears thigh huggers.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say your shirt. You've told us. I don't know if the people know much about that.
Yeah. One of the times that I met him, I actually brought him a thigh hugger shirt and thigh hugger shorts. And then he actually wore the thigh hugger shirt on Dynamite. Dynamite? Yeah. Maybe it was Rampage. He like did a run in, and whenever him and -1 were feuding, and they had like the blow up electric guitars.
Mhm.
He was actually wearing a tie hugger shirt then.
That's awesome.
It's a beautiful mullet. Really is. All right. So who wants to go next? Should we? Oh, why is the light? Oh, there we go. The light is just all messed up in my room now. But
Found it.
There we go. Who wants to go next? Ryan, you want to go next?
Yes, because I'm afraid I won't. I can't think of too many mulleted wrestlers, but I'm glad Jared didn't take him because he's such a gracious future king. He left me some. Thank you, Jared. I'm gonna go Mike Awesome.
Okay.
And then currently Zach Gowen has a mullet. So I'm going Zach Gowen.
Okay.
And third one. Would this, I don't know if this would, yeah, I'll just go Ricky Morton because that's definitely a mullet.
Never retiring. Never retiring. Gerald, would you like to go next?
Yes. I can go next.
Yes, of course.
There was a time when Ziklina, Kenny Omega, had what could be considered a mullet in New Japan. I like that. I have to agree with Jared. Eddie Guerrero's mullet is almost untouchable. And then I will also say the bad guy, Razor Ramon, had a pretty decent mullet style haircut. He was so greasy.
Those are solid picks. Spaceman George, what is your top 3 mullets today?
Well, we don't have lots of mullets in space because of gravity. No gravity. It's
I was going to say everyone's wearing helmets too, but
yes. And then I'm going to do this 50 Cent style because of the Super Bowl.
Everybody in space is getting tipsy.
About a kid. You can find me in the space station.
George will go Scott Steiner from the night from like 90s Steiner with not Big Papa Pump, but mullet Steiner. We will go the most dangerous man in wrestling, Ming.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of mullety a little bit. And then finally, the Gerald of the tag team between, if Harold and Gerald were a tag team, he would be the Gerald of the tag team, Marty Jannetty.
Oh.
No. I am the Shawn Michaels. Watch me kick.
See, I would call you the Shawn Michaels, but for different reasons. If you know about my petition, you know why you're the Shawn Michaels. But
It's because
he's a winner?
Boy,
not a compliment. Not a compliment.
He's a winner, that's why.
Gerald is kind of like
autograph.
Shawn Michaels' autograph.
Yeah, exactly. You are his autograph.
Wow.
It's because
Worth
I'm so
a lot?
valuable.
Exactly. Gerald is extremely valuable.
You know, these Shawn Michaels, everybody loves him. The girls love him. The girls love Jared. They call me LL Cool G. Ladies love Cool Jared. Not Jerry Gerald.
Oh
I'm
boy,
having a hard
yeah, there
time
we go.
tonight. I'm sorry.
Have you been having some of that moonshine? Did he slip you something?
He might have. The moonshine is
Awesome.
like me. It is blue.
The same color.
Those are solid picks. So now it's my turn to go my top 3. And I'm surprised nobody went with my picks. And I'm very happy that nobody did. So number 1, I think it's going to happen eventually because of the rarity of the X-Pac brawler. I'm going to go with the 1, 2, 3 kid. I think he had a solid mullet back in the day. Number 2, Margaret's favorite of all time, Mr. Perfect. His mullet was absolutely, like me, perfect. And then number 3, one of my childhood favorites growing up until he turned bad, and I was just so heartbroken when he did. I'm going to go with Kona Crush because that thing blowing in the Vegas wind at WrestleMania 9 against Doink, it was so beautiful to just see him flapping. It was absolutely beautiful, I must say. So, yes, we are excited to know what you are going to put in the comments section for the Top 3 Tuesday, your favorite wrestling mullets in the comments below. Jonathan Odap, do not let me down. So, yes, of course, don't forget, you can check out our Patreon, and you can talk with Jared in our Facebook Patreon chat. Patreon.com/WNRDB. We have Nick's Garage. We have Nick's Garage, Ryan's Vault, Dave Cave Levels. Great. We have something brewing big, and it's not beer or coffee coming to the Patreon very soon. Of course, ProWrestlingTees.com/The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Remember, that is nerd spelled NRD. We have snapback hats. We have flex fit hats, beanies, sweatshirts, hoodies, zip-ups, T-shirts, everything you need. It's what we've got. Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, Pro Wrestling Tees Store. Of course, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/WNRDB, Twitter @WNRDB, Instagram @The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, and of course, right here on YouTube. Please, please, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If we get to 1,000 subscribers by WrestleMania, I will forfeit the crown. It will become a fatal four-way, and I will not compete for the crown at WrestleMania. So it is that simple, folks. If you don't like it, put your money where your mouth is. Click the subscribe button, and you can take this crown off of me and put it on someone new at WrestleMania. So, yeah. Jared, do you have anything you want to plug? Any social media, things like that, whatever?
Actually, I have a challenge for all the viewers.
Oh, boy.
So, if let's say that we get 200 subscribers, it's
No.
157 right now.
No. I know exactly where you're going with this now.
No. I will randomly pick somebody and I will send them this Yeti cup that's a limited edition. It was only available on Black Friday. If we get to 200 subscribers.
200 subscribers. I think we're only...
It's at 157.
Was it 150? I thought we were 158. Who unsubscribed?
It was probably that Trump Herald.
Yeah, we are 157. I could have sworn it was only 158 the other day. Oh, well. But yeah, there you go, folks. So we are 43 subscribers away. You could win a Yeti. I'm one of the subscribers. Just saying. My job is also one of the subscribers, too. So you never know. My boss could use that for his coffee in the morning. So yes, Ryan has just gone away because he can't stand to be next to Gerald anymore. So
he got so scared of me because I'm so strong.
What is this? What in the heck?
It's a skullet.
What is happening?
I have what the absolute fudge is that?
It's
This is terrifying.
You've heard of sting, stang, and stank. In the great words of Spaceman George, it's right. I'm coming for you, Gerald, WrestleMania.
No.
I'm absolutely terrified right now. So on behalf of myself, Gerald the Poupet, Ryan, Spaceman George, and Jared the Mullet, who is coming for my crown at Mania, don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone. I am terrified, and God bless America.
And I don't like you. Puh.
I hope you like me.
I love you, King Dave.